And good morning. It's 7:03 on this Thursday, November 7th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. Into each life, some rain must fall, and we got a little bit falling in hours this morning. But a good Thursday morning to you, and we are here for Bates Ford, 1673 West Main, with Paul Tubbs and Ronnie Kelly, as per usual. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Some people want to be on a positive vein, call it liquid sunshine.
That's it. You got to have it sometime. Makes everything grow. So.
We say it so often, but it is true. Bates Ford, the dealer that'll trade for anything that don't eat, and Paul Tubbs is right here to verify that, because you do it, if not every day, I guess at least once a week or 2 or 3 times a month.
All the time. We traded for 2 campers this month. We've sold 2 campers this month. Motorcycles, hot rods. If you got lawnmowers, any kind of stuff like that, trailers, it don't matter. We'll step up and
now,
trade.
If somebody has something like that they're wanting to either trade, or do you buy them outright?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they see you? Do they come see Ronnie?
Whoever their salesman is. Generally, we do a couple of things. One, they can take some pictures and email it to us or something like that, and then, or if it's a camper or something like that, kind of a lot of times we like to look at it, and where pictures can be deceiving at times, but we want to make sure we can start there and then kind of work our way. If they want to just sell it outright, we'll certainly give them a bid and try to buy it. If they want to trade, hopefully they'll pick out a vehicle and we can trade for it.
Right. Well, you probably don't know everything about everything that's brought in there, so you maybe do a little research to get a fair price.
I mean, I had somebody, I guess it was a couple of months ago, had some high-dollar baseball cards, so I had to kind of find out and do a little research and see who knew about baseball cards to try to get a price on them. Yeah. So,
just to back up the slogan here, we're proving here this morning, you are the dealer that'll trade for anything you don't eat.
That's us. We'll step up and trade
Ronnie,
for
what
whatever.
kind of deals you got going?
Oh, what kind of deal we got going this morning? We got like a brand new Fusion. We got a $5,400 savings on a 19 Fusion, and that's a great vehicle. We got great interest rates on them also, and we traded for a 2012 F-150 4x2, 47,000 miles, under $20,000. That's a great deal on that vehicle.
Somebody's going to be grabbing that soon.
That truck was bought there, and it's a crew cab with the 4 doors. It's a very black. It's a beautiful truck. Under 20. It's hard to find an under $20,000 F-150.
The Ford F-150 has been a big hit, hasn't it?
Yes, been a best-selling truck for 42 years.
There's, I guess, some changes are made from time to time, some improvements or just changes, because everybody don't want the same thing forever. But
yes, but if you look at a Ford truck, if you go on mostly any construction site, you'll see a lot of Ford trucks, and because they are tough trucks, and like the 5.0 engine, that engine's been around for a long time. It's kind of like it's bulletproof. One thing about the F-150, the seating, the ride, the handling, is a great truck. Yeah. And to be 42 years.
That kind of proves that too.
Yes.
Hey, and getting to that F-150, we have some huge deals. We've talked several times about that courtesy transportation program. I've got 3 F-150s that was in that program, and 2 of them have over $14,000 off of a brand new truck. And then we've got 2 18s left, the final 2 that's got huge rebates. So there's some great deals on F-150s that we got. If anybody's looking for an F-150 right now is the time to jump on them.
All right, we remind everybody, of course, that at least your sales department is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 7, 8 a.m., 7 p.m., and you haven't changed with the end of daylight savings time.
No, sir, we're still the same.
All right, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., open Monday through Friday, and then Saturday 8 to 6. But that doesn't mean Ronnie's there every one of those hours, I don't think.
We hope, but not the case. He's my community advocate, so I have to send him out to to his sports council or he does a good job out in the community, going out and handling things. Mr. Bates really believes in being involved in the community, and Ronnie's kind of our figurehead that does that for us. So he's not always there, but you can find him usually any time, and he'll get stuff took care of for you.
And he likes for you to get out and make some friends on the golf course too. Right?
We can only hope.
What'd you say?
I said we can only hope. Right now with this daylight savings, it's a little tough to get any golf in. My golf's weekend golf now.
But I think it's only fair to say you're pretty much the man in charge, the dealer operations manager. So
I am.
Bates Ford comes first at least.
Always.
Well, we got a minute here. I told you ahead of time. I want you've predicted in the newspaper for a while. You're not doing that this year, but I've got 3 games I'm going to ask you quickly about: Alabama, LSU,
Alabama,
Tennessee, Kentucky,
Tennessee,
Vanderbilt, Florida.
Florida.
All right. you got a buzz out of MJ. Is that game in Florida or here? It's in Florida.
Yeah,
well,
it's in Florida.
We don't have a chance.
It's going to be a little tough down at the Swamp. And I think Alabama, I really do. I just think Nick Saban, just being well coached. I mean, I think he's kind of like the Belichick of college. He'll find a way to win generally in them bigger games. And Tennessee's looking a lot better. Kentucky's tough. I think that's going to be a good game. But Tennessee, they have kind of found their niche a little better than what they were at the first of the year. So I'm kind of sticking to my guns.
All right. Well, it's always good to have you, and we'll see you hopefully next week and do it all over again. Paul Tubbs, Dealer Operations Manager, and Ronnie Kelly in Sales at Bates Ford, 1673 West Main, the dealer. Trade for anything. Don't eat. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Okay, 10 minutes after the hour, and my regular listeners know that most of the times on the first Thursday of the month, we have a member of the Lebanon City Council to be with us, and Joey Carmack represents Ward 1 on the City Council, and he is a little bit under the weather, but has agreed to talk with us today on the telephone, and we're going to go to the phone right now. Joey, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, good morning to you. We're glad to have you on the program with us, and I hope you're not feeling too bad.
No, not too bad. I'm glad to be on as well.
Well, we had a meeting Monday night. I'm sorry, Tuesday night. Your regular Tuesday meeting 2 nights ago, and we can talk a little bit about that this morning. One of the things I will tell you this: I go to the Lebanon Senior Citizens Center for lunch most days, and Patty Watts yesterday was just elated at how quickly and without almost discussion that you allowed her to have a little money for somebody to come and do what Sandy has been doing. Sandy, I believe it's Sandy Carter, suffered a stroke and is recovering, but can't be there to do what she was doing. And the council provided a little money to get by, and I'll have to say Patty was ecstatic. So that ought to make you feel good.
It's an honor to be able to help the Senior Citizen Center. With her going out being sick, we needed somebody in there part-time to be able to fill her shoes so that they could continue serving the lunches they do and the things they do for the seniors around Wilson County. A lot of people don't realize how much that center's used, just like when we had to buy the bus because the old one was so old. And I'm proud to see that new bus there for them to be able to travel around in it.
One of the bigger things that you did, not that isn't big, but I mean the Cairo Bend Road Park, or Cairo Bend Road Park, which is going to be down between 70 and Coles Ferry Pike, on some property, I believe, donated by the builder. You approved a partnership there on Tuesday night.
Yes, sir, we did, and it's good when you can do partnerships with developers and the city to go in together to build a park, and the developer donate the land and absorb some of the costs. Goodall Homes is actually the ones doing it, and they have been they met with each council member, to my understanding, myself included, and they're very easy to work with, and I look forward to seeing what they are able to do with that. The city is allowing $1 million that we will spend as far as the playground part.
Did you have any input into that? Really, did each council member maybe have some input or share some ideas with the good old developers?
It's been talked about ever since we was building the other park over on Hartman Drive across from the hospital. Jenny Lynn, that represents Ward 6, ever since she has come on, she has been wanting a park down on the west side. They don't have anything down there within walking distance. Really, the only park we have is Don Fox Park. And as you know, when it's a sunny day and it's warm outside, you can't get in it. It's completely crowded. So, you know, it's a quality of life thing having parks around it. Jenny Lynn did most of the discussions, but we did have discussions with the developer, Good Old Homes, and I'm honored that we were able to do a city developer partnership with them.
Well, are you pleased with the amount of money that the city is going to spend, and with the what looks like on the drawing board at this point?
I am. You know, it's very preliminary right now. Like I said, the city's going to do $1 million. That's all I believe we can do. That's all we have it in the budget. I've said from the beginning, if we go over $1 million, that I can't support it because we can't keep just spending money and tax dollars money, especially since we had to raise taxes.
Tell you what, it's about 7:15. Time for us to take a break here. Joey Carmack is with us, representing the Lebanon City Council this morning. But we've got a lot more to talk about after we go to a break here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:14. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks, Absolute Kubota and Rental Exmark. Large inventory of Exmark mowers for homeowners and commercial users. #1 selling brand, bought 2-to-1 over any other commercial mower brand. 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. We're still looking at bumper-to-bumper traffic here on 40 westbound, trying to get past Spence Lane, coming through Hermitage, Donaldson. There's an accident being cleared there. 40 east at Fessler's, 3100 block of McGavick Pike on a two-car crash. Dickerson Pike at Spring Street. 2 cars tangled up at that location. Finishing a wreck at Ashland City Highway over in Bordeaux. That's about the 4200 block. Get the lowest prices on most of your airline tickets. Smart Fare save you 70% off. Call 1-800-915-2544. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
It's a new day at Lebanon Health and Rehabilitation. Lebanon Health and Rehabilitation has experienced new leadership, a new atmosphere at the same location in the heart of Lebanon. Located at 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus, Lebanon Health and Rehabilitation is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. It's a new day at Lebanon Health Care and Rehabilitation.
Hi everybody, Tommy Bryan. Join me Friday at 6:30. Lebanon High Football takes on some of the very best competition, brought to you by Absolute Kubota, D.T. McCall & Sons, Kay Maynard State Farm Insurance, Bakes and Hooker, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Wilson Bank and Trust, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, and A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction. Lebanon visits Oakland Friday, November 8th in the first round of the playoffs. Hi everybody, it's Tommy Bryan. Tune in on Saturdays throughout the fall as Cumberland University's Phoenix takes on the very best in small college football. The Phoenix go on the road Saturday, November 9th, playing at Campbellsville. Kickoff at 3 p.m. Join me and Bob Lee Saturdays during the college football season right here on WANT and WCOR.
And again, a good morning. We continue here on Coleman and Company with Joey Carmack, representing Ward 1 City Council. There's a lot of things we can talk about this morning, but let's talk about a little bit about some of the paving, road improvement, the parking lot on the square that's been finished. Dressing the city up a little bit. It's made it look better.
It has. There's been a huge amount of compliments on the parking lot on the square and how they redone it and put in the island, and there's things there where you can plug in stuff for the Halloween on the square, the Christmas on the square, all the events that we do on the square. I think it's a huge upgrade for the square and giving it kind of a facelift with all the new small town businesses going in there. I know there's a new coffee shop that's opened, a new pastry shop that's opened. The square's really thriving right now, and I'm glad for that. And I commend Sarah at the Joint Economic and Development area in the city for doing what she has to get the things that we have on the square.
And a little improvement on North Cumberland. I think South Cumberland may be next. And if I heard the mayor right yesterday, we've got another bridge problem that the state has got to tackle, but maybe it won't be as big as the one down on the bypass there by the funeral home.
That's the one he may have been talking about. They pushed that date out, unfortunately, until maybe the spring of 2020. There is an issue that's happened now where they may have to go back in the middle, where they've opened the middle part up for us to drive through it, and they're working on the outside now. They may have to open the middle back up, and I've got to get with Jeff and see what's going on with the state on that, but that's been a long process, and it gets kind of tight when you go through there.
Yeah, I guess the only bright thing for us there, well, maybe a couple of them. I mean, we know without something terrible happening, it is eventually going to be fixed. But the other thing is, it's the state's problem and not the city's. Though we in the city suffer from it a little bit.
That's true. And you was talking about the paving. We have paved Alhambra Drive. That's been needed for a long time. Quarles Drive is planned to be paved soon. Regina up in engineering has worked with the state, and Coles Ferry Pike from Castle Heights to Hartman Drive will soon be paved, probably in the spring of 2020. The state's going to do a grant. I can't remember the number, so that they pay a portion of it that she had gotten for us, so the city doesn't absorb all the cost to pave Coles Ferry Pike.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, one of the things, of course, we are dealing with is growth, and that word is mentioned, if not every day, at least every week here on this program. But it is something that we have to address. We certainly are aware of it and trying to deal with it the best we can, I think. There are different ideas of the best way to go about it. But what's any comment about growth and the way we're dealing with it from you this morning?
The way we're dealing with it now, I don't know any other way to deal with it. The impact fees have been raised. You don't want to stop the growth from coming in, of course, but you want to do smart growth and make sure we have our infrastructure built up for it. My ward over in Ward 1 is growing very, very fast. The D.R. Horton development, the Vineyard development next door to the subdivision I live in. My subdivision has even expanded on out, and the two Tucker's Trices are about to connect. So there's a lot of growth there, but you go down in the other wards, and there's even more growth. I mean, over on Hickory Ridge, I drove through there the other day, and it seems like those houses just popped up out of nowhere. So we are definitely growing quick. As far as how to deal with it, I mean, you can't stop it. Unless you just start turning them down.
Out 231 North, Hunters Point Pike there's quite a bit of development that's taking place there. That's in your ward, isn't it?
Yes.
And I'm not sure how far the city limits go out that way. Does it go to Contiki?
Yes, it does. It goes right past Contiki.
Okay. So all of that, not all of it, but there's a lot of development going on right there, which means there's going to be more cars on 231 North. And it would be so nice, I guess it would be, if that were 4 lanes all the way.
It would, and I got with Jeff Baines, and we did a traffic study, an independent one on the city done it. Because when the state had done theirs, they did it last year when school was out of session, and I felt like that wouldn't give you a true and accurate number of the people that was actually traveling on the road. So Jeff got with a traffic engineer and a traffic consultant, and they did a traffic study while school was in session, and the state still says that we are not up to the numbers to widen the road. And we sat down with a traffic engineer for the city a couple of weeks ago, and 231 North, unfortunately, is way, way down the list. And I don't know any other way to get it up the list, because that's a state-controlled highway.
So we're just going to have to grin and bear it, and even as the growth continues, it's going to get more crowded, but really right now, nothing we can do about it.
Nothing that I know of. I mean, the state has said it just doesn't have the numbers to be widened yet. I will say the Planning Commission has changed some policies to where that some of the new developments, they're requiring them to put in turn lanes. I don't know if you've been out here recently. We're on the decide that the people are coming in so that it's not backing traffic up, they can get into a turn lane that's on the edge of the road there. It's kind of like widening it just for that subdivision. It comes down from the old golf course right to the green is what they've done. And that's something, I guess, to help, the traffic where they're stopped trying to get in there. But it is hard getting out on 231 North right now.
Yeah. Well, what are you hearing? I'm sure you get calls from the people in Ward 1 with different problems or different ideas or for something, against something. What are maybe the top three things you're hearing from your constituents?
Widening the road.
The one we just talked about?
We talked about. One of the biggest things that I get from the constituents over here is restaurants and retail. Instead of having strip malls, having more of your dine-in restaurants or sit-down restaurants. And I know that Sarah's working hard to do that, but that is one of the main things that people want right now is some restaurants to go in and sit down and eat. We seems like we've lost more than we've gained in the past 3 years. And I don't know why that is, and I'm told that we don't have enough rooftops. But I see rooftops everywhere, and they continue to go through the planning commission, but they say that these big box restaurants want more rooftops and density before they'll come in.
Okay, that's two. You got a third?
The third one would be the traffic. The traffic, especially with having all the school systems, most of the Lebanon Special School District is within Ward 1. The traffic gets a little rough in the mornings. And then again, you're talking about the roads being widened. And I mean, that's the main thing that people complain about over here.
We talked earlier, the first thing really we talked about was the Cairo Bend Road Park, and the city's going to put into that $1 million. What are some other things maybe that are either being talked about on the drawing board, other things of this nature to enhance the quality of life?
Well, something I would say, something I forgot to say, and it also goes into quality of life. People over on this side of town, and I think you live over here as well.
Yeah.
231 North there, coming from East Forest up and going north of the city, have no sidewalks.
All right.
And now that the dollar store's moved, all the people are walking in people's yards, and the ditches are on the side of the road, and they're going to eventually, I'm in fear that something's going to happen and they're going to get run over. Paul Corder with the planning department has got a grant to where they've got a design phase in place. They're looking into designing it right now and getting the drawings out to get a sidewalk from East Forest to connect to that, to bring it all the way up to Castle Heights, which is something I'm very proud of. I think that it's needed. People like to walk. I know they like to run. You can't really do that on that road, but I think sidewalks would really be beneficial there.
Just out of curiosity, are you talking about one sidewalk, or are you talking about one on each side of the road?
That is still in the debate with the drawings. They don't know if they want to do it on both sides or one side, because the ditches are so deep. They don't know which would be. They're still trying to figure that out. That's a part of the drawings and the architects that they're doing with the engineering phase of that.
Have any idea how much money we're talking about to do that?
The number has not come in yet, but a lot of it would be funded through a grant. He has found a grant for it. That's why it's taken so long, because they're doing the drawings and getting the amounts and the grants through.
Joey, speaking of money here, let's just talk about. I know we've had a tax increase, and you were telling me during the break, people are now getting their tax notices, and I got mine the other day. We have to pay them. I guess it's by the end of February, and but what I'm wondering about here is the financial stability of the city. Are we financially in pretty good shape?
According to our finance director, after the tax increase, and of course I didn't vote for it, after the tax increase we are. But I've always said I wondered what kind of growth money we have coming in on homes that was not on the tax rolls yet. Homes that have not been purchased yet, or homes that are just about to be finished. And I still don't know the answer to that. But after the tax increase, he does say that we're financially fine and that we should be good through next year's budget, that we shouldn't have any kind of increases next year.
Well, we do have a pretty good rainy day fund, don't we? Pretty good reserve.
Yes, about $15 to $16 million.
Are you satisfied with that?
Well, me and Mr. Burton had wanted to use a little bit of that to balance the budget and not raise the taxes and let the growth money come in, and that's not something that anybody wanted to go with.
Okay, but you're okay as far as having at least that much in reserve. I mean, you're not clamoring for a whole lot more. You think that's an adequate reserve, apparently.
I would say yes.
Okay.
It keeps our bond rating good, to keep our bond rating to where it's at. So when we do bonds and stuff, they like to know that we have that much there. So I'm satisfied with it.
Well, we're out of time, unless there's something really important you want to say in the last 10 seconds.
No, I just appreciate you having me on, and I look forward to seeing all the new things that come to the city, and you enjoy this cold weather.
All right. Joey Carmack, Ward 1. Thank you very much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. And that is part one of Coleman and Company. Keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And it's 7:29. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. Tire rotation, safety check, and 5 quarts of oil, plus tax and disposal. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still heavy traffic now, trying to get down 65 southbound here at Trinity Lane, working your way down from the North Donaldson Pike there at the interstate. We saw a crash a few minutes ago. Still heavy traffic coming in from Wilson County on 40, coming through Mount Juliet there into Hermitage, finishing up around 24 eastbound near the Cheatham County line in Whites Creek Pike there through Jolton, where it's already very heavy. Smashville Moving Company is Middle Tennessee's new moving company. Check them out online at smashvillemovingcompany.com. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
The Pavilion Senior Living residents are inviting you to become their new neighbor. If you're looking for a sign to move, call us at 444-5556 to learn more about the details. Or go to thepavilionseniorliving.com for more information. Or better yet, just drop by 1408 Medical Center Drive, right behind Tenova Hospital, and see for yourself. You should move here.
The temperature's dropping, and so are the prices at Bates Ford. We got some great deals for you. We got vehicles with rebates up to $10,000, 0 interest for 72 months. On the service side, we got tires with rebates of up to $140. We've got the work vehicle package, which includes an oil change and a tire rotation for the low price of $49.95. Come see us at Bates Ford, 1673 West Main Street, 444-8221, or visit us on the web at www.tonybatesford.com, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
This Sunday, the Titans are back at home at Nissan Stadium to host the Kansas City Chiefs. The award-winning Titans countdown happens at 11 a.m. Then voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, and Coach Dave McGinnis have all the action of Titans and Chiefs with a noon kickoff.
Brought to you by Absolute Kubota Exmark, Bates Ford, Fakes and Hooker, Steve-Will Plumbing, and the Jewelers.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
Have your umbrella ready. Showers are back in the forecast for your Thursday. With that rain around, temps will stay in the mid-50s this afternoon. If you're going to be out and about this evening, those shower chances will stick around. We'll dry out late tonight with lows falling to right around the freezing mark. Sunshine moves back in for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Nisa Lomax.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. It is a Thursday, time for us to talk about the Pavilion Senior Living, and on the phone with me this morning, we've got the lady who's in charge of nearly everything. Good morning.
Good morning.
Heather, how are you doing? I hope things are going well. Tell us the latest.
Well, the latest is we survived Halloween, so I will tell you, your listeners turned up and turned out, and we have a lot of trick-or-treaters, more than we were expecting, for sure. So we appreciate everybody that came by and visited, and hope they got a little candy, and because that may have been the treat for the kiddos, but I promise you the treat for our residents were the kiddos. So we appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us and visiting. And so I toured our fourth wing yesterday at our assisted living building, and it is coming along so nicely. It looks so good, and it smells like fresh paint, which is one of my favorite smells. So, I know we've got 14 rooms ready to open in the first of 2020, and we've already got 3 of those gone. So we've definitely got some off the market, and we've got some available. So, but it looks so good. I'm so excited.
Well, your excitement is penetrating our ears this morning. We always enjoy your excitement and enthusiasm for what you do, and you've been doing this for a good while, and things are growing as a result, I think.
We have. We've opened. We've been there about 2 years in that particular location, and I mean, I've been working with seniors over 10, so I've seen, heard, or done just about anything. But it's where my passion is. So that's why it's never a job. It's always fun to go to work. So.
Well, we talk about the Pavilion Senior Living, and sometimes we wait a while before we tell the location, but we've got a good way of identifying where it is, because most people know where our hospital in Lebanon is, Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. And if you want to go to Pavilion Senior Living, you just don't go to the emergency room. You go one street past, take a left, and you're down there on the right. And that's our easiest way to explain it, right? Right there on Medical Center Drive.
Medical Center Drive. So we have our rehab building on that road, and we also have our assisted living and memory care on that road. So we service a lot of seniors and a lot of different needs on that campus. And after we get finished with our fourth wing and more rooms for assisted living, then we'll be opening independent living at Cornerstone Place on that road. So there's a lot to come on Medical Center Drive, and so we're excited to serve those needs.
And you're gonna be there to see it through, and you're gonna kind of tell us, give us a progress report each Thursday here, and be with us and be our sponsor for a long time, right?
You got that right. Yeah, Thursday mornings are my mornings with you, and I anticipate that's going to be there for a long time. You're right.
Well, we hope so, but we love our advertisers, and I think you know that.
Y'all treat me quite well, and your listeners treat us quite well too. So that's, hopefully we're not just bringing an advertiser. Hopefully we're bringing a somewhat of a service and an education of senior living. And because I always tell people, it doesn't matter if we're the fit for you or not. If there's a question about senior living, assisted living, rehab, long-term care, give us a call. Give me a call. I'll be glad to help you. And we're not the fit for everybody and not the answers for everybody, but we know lots of resources, and we can direct you in the right way.
Right. Well, one other thing we might offer, which is a really great thing for people to get to know more about you, is your website, thepavilionseniorliving.com. And I'm sure a lot of people go there.
That's right. And then Facebook. I got to get in the studio to get a new picture. Next time I see you out and about, we're going to have to get a selfie, because I'm lacking on my selfies with Coleman.
Well, so far I don't think
album of selfies with Coleman.
So far I don't think it's cost you anything. So you keep doing it.
No, it hadn't cost a thing, but it is kind of fun. So.
Well, yeah, we got
next time I see you.
Got a minute or so to wrap it up if you want to. Anything else you want to tell us today?
Well, I did just finish an ebook that I kind of helped co-write on some resources on the different kinds of senior living, since there's just a whole spectrum of options. And so that'll be on our Facebook page and our website. So if you go into our website, you can click to download it. It does require you to put an email address, but honestly, it's just so we can count how many you downloaded. So go download that and read that. It's really interesting. I got the chance to kind of co-write that with some of our team, and it's really, I think, a wealth of information.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, and we'll do it again next Thursday.
All right. You have fun with my friends on the square there.
All right. Okay. All right.
Have a good one. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Heather Sadler with the Pavilion Senior Living. Okay. Yes, Heather's friends are here. I guess before we get to them, though, I promised a couple of people that I didn't have a space for them to come and be my guests, but we would definitely mention their Veterans Day breakfast. And one is underway right now, or maybe it's just ended, over at First United Methodist Church, the Veterans Day breakfast sponsored by the Lebanon Breakfast Rotary Club. If you hadn't already made that one, it's probably too late, but there's one tomorrow, and it is presented by Liberty State Bank. And this has been an annual thing with them for quite some time, this Friday, November 8th. And this will be at 8 o'clock at the Ward Ag Center in the East-West Building. And you can still call today and make your reservation. Call the bank at 449-4441. And with that, let me introduce Melanie Minter from the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
It's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you.
Nice to have you here. And we appreciate the people that you have brought with you this morning.
You know, I always bring friends. I like to surprise you.
Well, you got several of them this morning.
I have several this morning.
And I think I know all of these people, two of them quite well. But I'll let you do your thing. You introduce whomever you choose, and I'm just here to facilitate, okay?
Well, we're going to start off today with Small Business Saturday because it is coming up on September the 30th, and we're very excited about that. November the 30th. I'm saying September. November the 30th.
Hey.
That's why I need Sarah. See, she's my sidekick. November the 30th. And it is an all-day event for our small businesses in town. We're really proud of our small businesses. We love for people to come out and celebrate Lebanon, all that our small businesses do to make our community a great place. They make our hometown special, and we love for people to come out and support them. Of course, it's not always all about Small Business Saturday. We should be shopping our small businesses every day. So that is something that I would love to preface. But today I have several friends here, and then we'll kind of talk about what we're going to do for the day. But I'm going to turn it over at this time to Sarah Haston, who's our City of Lebanon Economic Development Director, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what has been happening with our partnership between the city, Historic Lebanon, the Chamber, and Wilson Bank and Trust.
All right. Well, let me say this. Sarah was a guest host for me when I was gone for 2 weeks. She took one of the Tuesdays, and I've heard a lot of good reports about. In fact, I listened. You did a good job.
Yes.
So good morning.
Score. Good morning, Coleman. How are you?
I'm doing well. And you know, it's live radio. Every once in a while, things don't go exactly like you meant for them to, and something happened this morning, which we won't get into other than
saying Sarah helped. Can we say Sarah helped?
Sarah helped.
Thank you. There we go. We should take a moment to recognize that. No, I'm really happy to be here. This honestly is my favorite time of the year. Small Business Saturday is real important to me personally and to my role within the city. And we're going on our 4th year now where Melanie has invited me to be a part of it. And my role started with a digital seminar. You know, the Chamber had been doing Small Business Saturday and helping to promote it. And they said, what's a good way to go to the next level? And we came up with this idea of a digital marketing seminar. And so what we did was we invited all the small businesses in, and we gave a presentation and kind of taught them some basics on how to market themselves digitally, where as a group, we could all be pushing the same message to make that message go further. So earlier this month, we taught our 4th seminar. So I'm really proud of that. And we've seen it grown each year. We've seen more people come. And,
Have you changed it much? Is it still the same as at the beginning?
It's evolved a little bit because we've seen the merchants grow. Mm-hmm. We've seen their marketing efforts grow. We went from our first seminar where the majority in the room didn't know what a hashtag was, and they had seen it, but they didn't know that it made what they put that pound sign in front of as a searchable item on the internet. So teaching them how to be strategic with those words and how to utilize it for their brand and the community. Now, fast forward 4 years later, and we're talking about things, they are using software to help with their marketing plans. They're posting consistently on social media. They're on multiple platforms now, aside from just Facebook. So we're seeing that audience in the community grow who's seeing their message, and we're seeing them, the businesses, really grab a hold of it and use it for their planning.
Well, you're talking about growth here from in the beginning and now. How many more maybe do you have? Have you doubled or?
Oh yeah, at our first seminar, we had 13 businesses there.
Okay.
And I was excited. Of course, I wanted more, but we had 13. Now we have over 50 on our list that want to participate, and we'll take more. This is open to all small businesses in Lebanon. Mm-hmm. It's not to any part of town. Anyone who wants to participate. The only rule really is you need to be open on Small Business Saturday, November 30th, because we're promoting for people to come in and shop and dine. You know, if you're a small restaurant, those are all included too. So that's really the only rule, is that you need to be open for business that day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else do we know? We need to take a break here in about a minute, but do we go now, or is there more we need to say right here? You tell me. Tell me, Melanie.
Go now. We have a lot to cover, Coleman.
Okay. MJ, I think you're ready. Let's take our break. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:44. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota and Rental. Exmark, large inventory of Exmark mowers for homeowners and commercial users. Number one selling brand by 2-to-1 over any other commercial mower brand. 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning, and there's an accident right in the intersection of Woodmine and Belmont. Dickerson Pike at Spring Street on a crash. Clarksville Pike at Rawlings, still getting some attention there in the Jolton area. Still a lot of traffic trying to get up to Brentwood right now. 65 going north, still heavy, but moving out of Dixon County on 40 east to Kingston Springs. Smashville Moving Company is Middle Tennessee's new moving company. Check them out online. Get to know them at smashvillemovingcompany.com. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
So what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with professional Rheem HVAC service that'll keep your home comfy year-round, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort.
72 degrees, and I'm good to go.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
It's your first day in business, a new space, real investors, and butterflies the size of dinner plates. For peace of mind, protect your dream and call THW Insurance. Local folks representing quality companies like Westfield Insurance. Whether your business is large or small, contact Lori Carter of THW at 615-547-5632 or stop in and see her at the Wilson Bank and Trust West Main office. Introducing Radius, the next great zero-radius turn mower from Exmark. Available now for as little as $4,999 with attractive financing offers too. With Exmark, you'll get a great-looking professional quality cut in less time, every time. From the mowers landscape pros trust 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand. See your local Exmark dealer for complete pricing and finance details and schedule a free demo today. Stop by Absolute Kubota at 1325 West Main Street in Lebanon or call 615-449-6171.
Coleman and Company, thanks for being with us here. We have Melanie Mentor with the Lebanon West County Chamber of Commerce. We have Sarah Haston here, and they've all had their share to talk. We've got a couple of others who haven't even done it yet. But Melanie, you're kind of in charge of which way we go this morning.
I don't know if being in charge is the right word, but we're going to go. We're going to go with that.
To you.
We're going to go with that. Okay, sounds good.
All right. But Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
November
the 30th. Right. Yes. And that is to come out and shop small, all of our small businesses that are very important. I'll go into a little bit about what we do during Shop Small. Obviously, we have it's a win-win for customers, and it's also a win-win for our businesses, which is what it's all about. So we actually gave away a basket last year that valued over $1,500 to the customer who checked in to the stores on the square or out west or wherever they were shopping throughout Lebanon. Mm-hmm. So it's very important when you go into a store to make sure that you do check in, because that is a way we track through Monkey Survey. So they randomly choose a customer, and all of the merchants bring in a $25 or more gift card or gift, and then we are able to present that to you from all of our sponsors. So
over $1,500.
Over $1,500 that somebody won.
And
just
you're going to do it again
random.
this year?
We're going to do it again this year. Really excited. Wow. Just to step it up, as you would say, every year we just, we try to get better and better. So last year we asked Wilson Bank and Trust to join us to be a part of our partnership between Historic Lebanon, the city, and the chamber. So I have with me today Jennifer Whitener, and she is with Wilson Bank and Trust, and she wants to tell you a little bit about how they have been involved with Small Business Saturday.
Jennifer, we're glad to see you again. Welcome to our program.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Tell us about the sponsorship.
All right. We are thrilled. As you know, Wilson Bank and Trust is community driven. And so we are so honored to be a part of Shop Small Saturday again this year. And our part is that we are giving out, starting on November 18th, small biz bucks to anyone who comes into our branches in Lebanon. And those are worth $5. And then shoppers can use those on Shop Small Saturday and the various retailers that are participating and get $5 off their purchases.
Now, I've just got to ask, if you come into the bank more than once, do you get more than one small?
Sure. You're going to get one each time that you come in. But yes, you can come in multiple times. You sure can. We're giving out $2,500 worth of these small business.
When they're gone, they're gone. But
yes,
you've committed $2,500 if people come and get that many of them.
Yes, sir. Okay. November 18th is when we'll start giving those out, and we'll go through the 27th or until we run out.
And will they be at all the branches in Lebanon?
All Lebanon branches, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. All Lebanon branches.
And how many is that? Is there 5 of those?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 5 Lebanon branches, and I got to ask another question. What if you go to all 5 in the same day?
Yeah, hey, if you're willing to do that, you go for it. You go for it.
There are some people who probably will.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
But I know the sponsorship adds a lot to it, and I'm sure they appreciate that. The people are going to appreciate it, too, especially if they can save $5.
Absolutely. And then we go back and the retailers will redeem their bucks into the chamber, and then we will go out and pay the retailers for how much are redeemed in their shops. So like Melanie said, it's a win-win.
And you're kind of saddled with the responsibility here. You're seeing that all this goes well and they get paid and all of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I am. I want to make sure.
I know you appreciate this.
We really do. We really do. It has been a great addition to promoting Lebanon and Shop Small and Small Business Saturday. I will say, too, that Wilson Bank and Trust passes out gifts, and they also have a videographer that goes around and goes into different businesses. So it will be on Facebook and lots of different social media. So we appreciate them and for doing that for us.
One other question here, and you and Sarah can both talk if you want, but to define a small business, is that difficult, or it's just not everybody's a small business?
No, there's a technical answer for that. That's the amount of employees that you have. But for us and for this promotion, we know that small businesses are the backbone of our community. They're our friends, they're our neighbors, they're our family. And, we have to have that sustainability. And to do that, we have to support one another. So through this promotion, we actually came out with that hashtag Think Lebanon First. And what we want is we want people to think about Lebanon before they go outside of the city limits to make their purchases, so we can keep those dollars in our community, support one another, and support the community. So for us, our small businesses are our locally owned small businesses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We've got one other lady here who hasn't had her time this morning.
I'm saving the best for last. Can you tell?
Are we
you know that.
Are we
I love all my friends.
Are we at the last yet?
So the best is last. Of course, I have a few little things when you say I have 1 minute, but I would like to introduce to you Joy Pine. She is with Edie and Oscars. We give out a Retailer of the Year, as you know, award at our annual banquet, and this year Joy was chosen for her business and for being a great business owner, for getting the most check-ins during the Small Business Saturday event. But she does so much for our community, and she gives back in so many ways. And at this time, I would just like to introduce Joy and let her talk about her business and how much small businesses mean to us.
Welcome, Joy.
Thank you so much, Coleman. Thank you, Melanie. And thank you, Sarah, for all that you guys do for us as small business owners.
Well, tell us a little bit about your business.
Sure. We're 4 years old this year, Coleman, and we exist to send Kenyon Street orphans to school. We've got over 25 orphans in Kenya, across the country of Kenya, that are in school. Ages range from 4 years old all the way up to 23, who are becoming school teachers, who are learning sign language because they're deaf, and they wouldn't otherwise have this opportunity.
You looking forward to November 30th?
Absolutely. You know, we say at Edie and Oscars, it's our favorite day of the year. It's so fun to see our community come out and support us as small business owners. You know, there's a quote that says, when someone shops small, a real person does a happy dance. And it's true. We all do a happy dance with each purchase that's made because it supports us, it supports our families, it supports what we're trying to do in the community and beyond. And we're grateful.
And how long have you had your business, and how did it all get started?
Sure. We're 4 years old, going on 5. I started really small over at the woolen mill, and then expanded as business came in. And we started because I was doing medical mission work and saw all of these street kids that had no way to go to school. And I thought to myself, you know what, I could help one, but our community could help more. So we started small little accessory store, and people loved it, thank goodness. And we grew from 1 student going to school to 25 this year, which is huge. It's life-changing.
How many employees you have?
Well, 1 full-time and about 4 part-time.
And you hours of operation?
Yeah, we're open. The holiday hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. We're typically closed on Mondays, but open on Mondays through the holidays. So come see us.
Well, you've got to be the winner in the I guess we call this a contest, or the competition, or whatever it is that you have each year for Small Business Saturday.
Yes, sir.
You were designated the winner last year, but you're in the running again this year, at least for right now.
We are. And we have so many amazing businesses in Lebanon, small businesses, and a ton on the square. So it's a friendly competition. We all root for each other. So if I don't win, my feelings won't be hurt, but we're going to give it our best.
Yeah. But, Sarah, you said you got over 50, I believe, that are participating this year.
We do. So because it is definitely open to everyone, we just need them to let us know that they want to participate. And we actually have a landing page on our website that lists all of the retailers. So we want you to tell us you want to be on that list. But with the competition, it goes both ways. We're putting in this money into the community to advertise for Small Business Saturday, and we also want the retailers to market themselves as well. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we do this competition where the consumers can check in to enter to win, and they'll be winning that gift basket that Melanie referred to. And then the businesses, whoever has the most, they actually win advertising dollars back into their business the following year. Mm-hmm. So we're doing this to help everyone market, but we also want them to grow and to learn so that each year they're marketing themselves too. And then with the chamber, they're winning that business value add back into their business.
Yeah. And of course, again, Jennifer Whitener, up to $2,500 going to be given here by Wilson Bank and Trust as the sponsor for this.
Yes, sir. And as you said a few minutes ago, our 5 Lebanon branches, those are within the city limits, but we are also going to be giving these out at our Leeville Highway 109 branch as well, because that's considered Lebanon too. So if that person wants to go to every single one of them, they're going to have to go to 6.
All right, we've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Melanie, can you wrap it up in that time?
I will just say yes. I talked to Kim Parks yesterday, who is a partner. She is with Historic Lebanon and the Main Street program. So she unfortunately could not be with us today, but I did want to mention her because she was sorry that she could not be here. I also just want to reiterate what Sarah said, that if you are a small business, you're not a member of the chamber, you are not as connected as you would like to be, that this is a great place to start. You really feel the love and camaraderie of what we have going on in Lebanon. So we do invite you to call the chamber just so that we can give you more information. And that number is 615-444-5503. We'll be more than happy to put you on the list. I know there are several of us that go out that actually take the merchandise from American Express over to the businesses. So we will receive that merchandise. They are running a little late. Actually, it is their 10th anniversary for the American Express Shop Small. So those goodies will be coming in next week. So we have moved our rally to November the 19th at 8:30. So if you are a small business and you would like to call the chamber, please call us so that we can get you on the list. And then I think Jennifer said your deadline is the 18th. Is that correct?
The 15th.
The 15th.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to start giving out the bucks on the 18th.
All right. Perfect. Just one more thing. Compassionate Hands, 11 a.m., First United Methodist Church on November the 12th. So that's a ribbon cutting. We would love for you to come over to the First Methodist Church. That's where they will be talking about their business.
Okay, we've come to the end of our time here this morning, but thanks for being with us. We certainly appreciate you, Melanie, and all you do at the chamber, and for those you brought today. Of course, Sarah Haston, who's almost a regular here anymore. Jennifer Whitener, good to see you. And Joy Pine, thanks for being with us today. And I hope you'll join us tomorrow for Coleman and Company. Till then, I wish you a terrific day.